Are you looking for a sad, sad podcast that you can emo out to?
Then you must be thinking of another podcast. Oh!
Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited.
Good evening, Kelsey.
Good evening, Robert.
Yeah, so I figure we need to introduce ourselves a little better. We never do it.
Really?
I feel like sometimes we do and sometimes we don't.
Y'all just need to know who we are.
I mean, if you're here, your age shows
Figure it
in.
out.
You've like heard it once or twice. It's fine.
Once or twice, I hope. Unless you're starting on this episode, and then in which
Then
case, that's
Then
Robert.
you've heard it once, and now here's twice. That's Kelsey again.
Okay,
Okay.
we're fully introduced.
All right, so you're excited.
I'm excited. So,
What's up?
well, the fact is that we are recording these kind of far in advance, so listeners have been listening for a while, but you and I just launched this podcast yesterday.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. There's so many timely things to talk about.
I know.
But even if we talk about them now,
They're going to release in like 2 months or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So to put you in the mood of things, we had a really successful launch yesterday. We got some listener mail.
Woo.
I'm trying not to focus on the fact that Notre Dame burned down on the same day our podcast launched, but you know.
Oh my god. Woke up, I was like, man, it's great. I found our podcast in like everyone's apps. Life was great. And then I look at the TV. Oh no.
And that's a disaster.
It's like, well, happy launch day.
Yay!
Yay. And the crowd rejoiced. Yay.
Yeah, so that's extremely sad. But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about our listener mail.
Oh yeah, so I know that we got one almost immediately?
Almost immediately. We actually got one day of launch and then one the following morning, I believe. So I'm going to read this one. It's an email from Clayton, longtime listener, first-time writer. He says, "Hey guys, I just finished the horror podcast and really enjoyed it. I really liked hearing both of your experiences. I was curious if either of you have found your love of horror affected by the commentary of the genre." And then he talks about Lovecraft and how extremely racist he was. And then he goes on to say, "One of my favorite things about horror media is that it's difficult to experience in a vacuum. Even when the underlying message is really fucked up, it's fascinating to me to unravel the layers that built the scary story I'm watching, because I have to understand what the artist thinks is scary and what they're trying to say."
Okay, so this was... Actually, I truly enjoyed this email. I loved reading it. There was so much in it.
Yeah, it was a lot. Thank you, Clayton.
And I was just like, oh my god. This dude likes movies a lot. I like that. So,
So how do you feel about it? Have you found your love of horror affected by the commentary of the genre?
to answer the main question of it, I would say yes, mostly in the fact that it's kind of looked at as weird to like horror movies. It's come in like a bit more like okay, but the people that like, you know, really messed up movies and stuff, people think they're a messed up person.
That's true.
And I love just about all the worst stuff you could possibly show me, but I feel like I'm a decent person. I just really like to watch that media. To me, okay, thanks. Horror movies, to me, sometimes they can show you a side of life that may not be pretty.
Yeah.
But to deny that it exists kind of shuts you off, and sometimes I like to be pushed a little bit out of my comfort zone and shown something that maybe I don't really like.
Right.
To kind of reflect on what I truly think of it, you know?
That makes sense. The main thing that I thought of when I was reading through this is how, like, horror is becoming a more of, how do I put this? I guess more like a commentary on society as a whole. Like, there's always that message within horror movies. It's like, the real enemy was, you know, us all along or something.
It was me. Humanity.
Humanity is the real villain. I think a good example of that is Jordan Peele's movie Get Out, because
I love that movie.
yeah, it's such a good horror movie. And, like, at its core, it is a horror movie, you know? It's got all the good elements of the horror. It has the big bad. It has the scary scenes. It has a couple of jump scares. And just that, like, underlying creepiness that runs through it. But it's about racism. Like, at its core. It's about racism. It's an allegory for, you know, racism in America today. But I think because of that, the way that he used the theme has made it an extremely successful movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like an easier way to get a message out. You're not really being too heavy-handed with it, because you're kind of watching another thing, but you're getting that subtext and that idea presented to you as well. But not in just like, hey, look at how racist these people are.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a really good way to portray an idea or something in, I guess, an easier and digestible way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally agree with that.
That makes sense. Digestible. Yeah. They've made it into kind of an art form.
Now, I will say, because he does say in his email that he loves to pick apart the layers and really figure everything out.
Yeah.
Sorry, Clayton, but I'm not that person.
Yeah.
I want to see the big monster, and I want to see what happens with it.
I know. Like, sometimes I'll leave a movie, and whoever I'm with is like, you know, it was kind of a metaphor for, I don't know, love all along. And I'm like, I just saw a big spider. What were you watching?
Yeah, but did you see him eat that dude's hand, though?
He ate it right off. Yeah.
But
I don't know.
It is fun to discuss that as well.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not discounting, like, the messages or anything. I enjoy horror on the surface as just, like, blood and gore and scary and spooky and ghosts. But it is interesting to see the layers that can be built into it. Yeah.
Clayton, thank you for the email so much. I thought about it for, like, 2 days straight. I just thought it was a great email.
That's
he
good.
had so much in it. Like, it was
jam-packed. It was
a very good first email.
It was. Our second email, I'm especially partial to.
Okay.
So Haley sent us an email.
I believe you said, don't read this one. I'd like to read it to you.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Well, Haley is interested in how we became friends and how we met and why we're starting the podcast. But the best thing that I like about this email is she says, P.S. Kelsey, and then in parentheses, Chelsea, with a smiley face, has the best laugh ever. And I just want to say, Haley, you're on thin fucking ice, but I love you.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I appreciated that.
That's really funny. I do know this person.
Okay.
And when she first started listening, she did tell me, oh, man, I made friends with the wrong one. Yeah,
thank you.
She really likes you.
Aw. Let's get coffee, Haley.
So, how did we become friends, and why are we starting the podcast?
Do you want to hear my first memory of you?
Oh, I guess so.
I know you do.
Okay.
We were in...
Wait a minute. I think... Well, okay.
You're probably thinking of the right one. Okay, so we were in high school. There was a fire drill, I think. So we were all outside. And it was during newspaper class, I think. It was a cold day, so you had your Letterman jacket on.
Okay.
And you have insanely flexible wrists. So...
Oh, okay. This is not what I thought of, but it's equally as weird. So
you stuffed your hand into your jacket so that it looked like you had just a stump for a hand. And then you, like, came over to my face and you were like, my hand! You just, like, rubbed your nub on my face. And that's my first memory of you as a person.
The first memory. Okay.
I'm sure we were friends before that, because
great.
Why would you be rubbing my face otherwise? But
yeah, I'm like trying to picture this. It's like, why would I just go, hey, I know her. Oh, my hand. I still love to do that, by the way.
It messes me up, man.
It freaks people out because my wrist has hair on it, so they think it's just a hairy stump. And they're like, ugh. And it gets people really weirded out. But I have to have a stretchy collar for the wrist to do it.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess I have fonder memories of you.
I mean, it's still a fond memory. It's a weird one, but it's fun.
But it sounds exactly like a memory someone would have of me, which I don't know if I should be proud or ashamed.
I'd be proud.
I'm not quite sure. One of my actual... You probably don't even know about this.
Uh-oh.
But one of my favorite memories of you, I had gone to Walmart, and I had driven my mom and dad, and we parked, they went inside, and you were sitting in the car next to me, reading a book. Yeah, you were just reading a book. And I go, oh, hey, Kelsey. And you just go, oh, hey, what's up? And I was like, just driving to Walmart. And you went, okay. And started reading your book again.
What?
And my dad had seen me talk to you. And to this day, when I bring you up, he goes, is that the girl with the book in the car? And I go, yes, that's car book girl, yes.
How long ago was this? I have no memory of this.
That was in high school, probably right around when I first met you, and we didn't know each other super well.
So I was just like, hey, I'm reading, but nice to see you.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it predates me rubbing a stump on your face.
Probably.
Because it was just like, oh, hey, I know you. What's up?
Awkward.
You're like, nothing. I'm gonna sit in this car still. and then we left, and that was about it.
All right, good memories. Solid.
It's just slowly built over time. We got into the No Sleep podcast together.
Yeah. We were pretty close in high school. We had, the same circle of friends, and we were all in a newspaper.
Yeah. I mean, we had the group. That's what I always called it.
Yeah.
Because it was just that one group of people, and I don't know. It just kind of carried through after, because I'm a grade ahead of you.
Yes.
And so I would even come back to the newspaper room and hang out with you guys when I got out of school from college.
Yeah, you were that, weird old kid who just came back around. Hey,
Mr. J let me in the building. He gave me a Honeycrisp apple.
I hope he's still passing out apples.
I really hope so. I love him so much.
I've thought about, going back to the high school just to see, the couple of teachers that I did enjoy, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. I also don't want to go back to the high school, so...
Yeah, no. So, why did we start the podcast? I feel like we're both pretty creative people.
Yeah.
But our jobs, you'd never know that.
Yeah.
And we've just had this energy building.
Yes. Just creative, chaotic energy in my chest. It's good to have a project to just, drive creative energy into, Because, sometimes you have all these ideas and all this stuff that you want to do, and you feel like there's no outlet for it. So I feel like this is a really good, just general outlet for us to get that out.
Yeah.
That's why we never really decided on a solid topic for the podcast. We just have different stuff we talk about every week and stuff,
Yeah, we pretty much just... To me, I just wanted something, I don't know, for me.
Yeah.
I kind of decided early on I would be super honest and just really open to make it, more real.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of an open space, a freeing space, just a place to, I don't know, just pour stuff into,
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that podcasting is such a weird space because... For one, it feels like just a conversation between me and you that's going to be a private conversation. But at the same time, I know that there are people out there who are listening to it, including my family and my parents and people that I know, people that I don't know. So it's just a whole audience that I can't cater to, I'm catering to myself.
Exactly. Because I told your favorite person about it today, old Big Beef Stew.
Big Beef Stew.
Told old Big Beef Stew. And, I told him, and now if he does listen to it, he's going to hear this, but I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't have told him. He might look at me way different.
Yeah, I've told, one or two of my coworkers, and one of my coworkers told my boss, and I was like, please, God, I hope my boss doesn't listen to this. Please.
Well, we haven't done a, bad mouth and work one, so
yeah, I mean, honestly,
that's a plus.
I do love my job. It's just there's no creativity in it at all. It's a quality assurance job in banking, so I'm just it's just numbers and black and white stuff, and I really need a colorful area to play in,
Yeah, we both work in numbers. I do payroll, and it is interesting, honestly, at least in my space, because I do international payroll.
Yeah.
So I'm doing payrolls in other countries and like changing up, you know, oh, well, they pay different because these are the rules for that country.
Right.
And it's cool. But like you said, it's pretty much black and white. The numbers got to be the numbers. You can't really mix it up. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So there's your answer, Haley.
Are you satisfied, Haley?
Enjoy. So 2 good listener letters. Thank you guys so much.
Yes, please email us.
We hope to get many, many more.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Like, I was excited to see all the engagement on launch day. We had people tweeting at us and checking us out on Instagram. It was a good time.
Now, we kind of, I guess we took it a while because they were, in-depth questions.
Yeah.
We went on for a while. Maybe one day we'll just have a listener letter show where we just answer all your questions.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
The whole time. That'd be cool.
If we get enough emails. So send us them emails, guys.
If you flood us with too much, then we're going to have to do it, so.
Yep. We'll
Make
have no
happen.
choice. I'm going to crack open this beverage.
Do it. So, I do want to lead off with a story real quick.
Tell me your story. Paint me a word picture.
So, I meant to tell this last time because that's when it happened. So, as we know, I moved into a new apartment.
Yes.
The second day I was here, a lady had egged one of the neighbor's doors. So, long story short, she egged a house and she was moving away. Her doormat's been gone. And I've been living life all good, you know, because I can be loud in here in my little game room that's butted up to her apartment. So my washing machine went out. Crappy. But my parents had bought new ones, so they were like, well, we were going to throw this one away. You want it? Can't beat that.
Cha.
So my dad helps me bring it up. So we, bringing it up the stairs. Do you know how loud it is to move a washer up the stairs?
I can't imagine.
Because it's on the dolly, and it's just bow, bow, bow with every step. And that's going up. Then we got to take the other one down. It's just as loud, if not more so.
That's probably worse.
Oh, yeah. So we get the new one in, we're getting the old one out, and we're moving it out to the front, and that's right in the little common area where 4 of the apartment doors are.
Yeah.
Right? And so my dad has his back to the door where the mat's gone now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm standing there and we're moving stuff. Slow motion. Kelsey. Slow motion.
Okay.
This happens. I'm standing there and I just hear a lock. Whoosh, unlock. And I go, wait, what? And like my hand goes up. Somebody still lives there. She busts out. She still lives there.
Oh my god, Egg Lady's still there?
She's still there. She just, I guess, pulled up her mat, and I thought she was gone.
Did she throw an egg at you?
No.
Okay.
It happened fast. She goes, bow, bow, rips open the door, flies open, and she comes busting out. What the fuck is going on out here?
Oh my god.
I mean, she emphasized it. Like, that.
I mean, can she
locks,
not?
Boom, boom. And the door pulls in, so it's not like she could kick it out, you know? But so she grabs
Jean-Claude Van Damme
rips
style.
rips it open, and chest out, arms back, and she goes, what the fuck is going on out here?
Shit.
And my hand's still up from pointing, there's someone in there. Because in my mind, she'd been gone for about 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
I don't know this, but that means she's been there. So that means all this time I've been loud, it's just been okay.
Okay.
Because she's never done anything.
Not yet.
But she goes, what the fuck? And my dad had his back to that door. He just turns around and goes, moving a washing machine.
Isn't it obvious with this washing machine on this dolly?
And instantly, everything sucks in, and she turns so tiny and timid. She's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh man, I didn't know what was going on.
Jesus.
I didn't mean to burst out my door like that.
You didn't mean to? Are you kidding?
Yes, you did. You cannot throw 2 locks. Pow! That quick. Rip open a door and come chest out. What the fuck? By accident. That's not an accidental thing. You notice You notice how I'm whispering it because I know she's in there now. And
So
that's where I'm recording.
Egg lady. Oh my god, that's so scary.
I know.
I just picture her like flying the door open and have like eggs in her arms, like, who's out here?
Ah! But so she does that. My dad goes, "We're gonna wash her," and then she becomes so nice. I didn't mean to bust out. I'm just a single woman, you know. I get scared. I didn't know. And my dad's
God.
Okay, just helping my son move his washing machine. It's old one broke. You know, gotta move it up and downstairs. It sucks, right? All right, you have a good day. And she just goes, "Oh, okay," and just kind of slinks back in. She keeps staring at us, but backs up. And just kind of slowly closes the door. And then you hear pow, and she like double locks the doors again.
Wow. What a character.
But she is everything that I imagined from what had happened beforehand.
Yeah.
Every image that I had, she 100% fits.
Except for holding just armfuls of eggs at all times.
Well, yeah. But, so that's what happened. She's still there. I have to watch myself still.
Yeah, no more yelling about eggs.
And I thought she was gone, so my dad had come in and I was showing him the new place. And I cranked the shit out of the surround sound and I was like bumping the walls and stuff.
Check out this shit-ass music Dad is bumping! I
That's
like that,
probably
Dad!
what started it. Because he's like, "That's nice, I don't like it!"
Listen to the bass!
Well, I was turning on movies,
eggs.
so it's like explosions and gunfire.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, because I turned on Saving Private Ryan because I got it in 4K for him. So it's just like, my arm's motherfucking gone!
Oh my god.
So I don't blame her for getting worried. I mean, I understand that part. But what were you gonna do?
Yeah, what was she gonna do? What was she expecting when she opened the door?
If I had been scared, would she have pounced on that fear? Like, yeah, you better be quiet. Or what? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to find out.
So I meant to tell you that because it was super fresh last week, but she's here unexpectedly. I never said a word to her because my mouth was open and I just stood there. She's still here. She's still here. So my dad's just talking away to her. And he just kind of shoos her off. And he's like, she's a nice lady. You should help her carry up her groceries if you ever see her. And I was like, hell no.
Help her carry up her 12 cartons of eggs. I imagine that she only eats eggs.
You know, I don't really know anything else about her.
Yeah.
But when the door was open...
Did you smell eggs?
No, there was a really tiny...
Chicken?
Like bassinet thing. So I don't know if she has cats and forces them in there. If she keeps her eggs in there. Does she keep her chickens in there and rocks them until they like hatch eggs? I don't know.
All right. Well, glad we know that now.
Yeah, so that's been my world.
That sounds like a good time. Oh, you know what? Okay, I forgot to tell you about this. So next week, next Tuesday, I may or may not be able to record.
Ooh.
Because for the first time ever, I have been summoned for jury duty.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm gonna bring a murderer to justice.
Alright, well you gotta say that you accept all people so that you don't get kicked out.
I know. I want to get on the jury so bad. I've never had jury duty before, so I'm like, pick me.
You can't love people too much because then you're just a softie.
Yeah. Richard thinks I'm not going to get picked because I have pink hair.
Ooh, yeah, probably not.
They're going to be like, pink-haired girl, not picking her.
Well, I guess it depends on what the case is.
Well, it's like in our hometown, so it's not going to be a murder trial. It's not like I'm going to the county. It's probably just some lady whose fence is built too close to some other man's fence and they've been throwing eggs at each other or something.
You're gonna be like, yeah, you can't just be throwing eggs. That's how salmonella spreads.
You're going to get germs.
You're going down, lady. I have never been summoned still.
I was just talking about this the other day because, like, I've always wanted to go to jury duty. It's something that you're supposed to... I feel like it's just something you got to do as a citizen.
Well, I hope you thoroughly enjoy it, and I look for a report that you probably can't tell me about.
Yeah, but I have to sign so many NDAs.
But you can say whether or not you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah.
I guess.
I'm going to talk so much about how much I enjoyed myself.
Oh, man. I enjoyed putting that human being... I don't know.
That man or woman behind bars or not behind bars for the crime he or she did not commit or did commit.
But all I can say is, fences are dangerous.
All I can say is, jury duty. Yeah, so that's my plans for next Tuesday. It's like in the afternoon, so I should be free by recording time, but I'll let you know.
That's interesting. Well, I think you have to go like through the rounds of being picked, and then you would go for the case a different time.
Yeah. So if I get picked, like my husband works in insurance, so he actually like goes to trial and stuff sometimes. So he's gone through the process with me.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so it might be a few days, it might be a few hours, depending on whether or not they
now, do you get paid for it at work?
I believe I do. I've talked to my boss about it tomorrow, but I think it's law.
So did you get it today?
Did
you get the letter today?
No, I got it over the weekend, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we get 3 days of pay for it.
And then what? You're just on your own?
Pretty sure.
What if you get picked for a murder trial that goes for like months?
Then you just get famous.
You don't get famous?
I was on the jury, and they're like, okay.
Remember that one dude who killed all them people? That was me what put him behind bars.
Oh. We liked him.
Well, you liked him out in the streets killing people?
Oh, well, that's exciting. So you gotta let me know how weird it is.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I hope it's nothing like sitting in line at the DMV, because I hate that, but I
just remember doing it for teen court.
Yeah.
I had to do it for something.
I did too, for some kind of community service thing.
People were cutthroat, man. I was like the girl got this girl got lost, and so she was speeding because she was freaking out because she didn't know where she was. So I was like,
there.
all right, cool. Like, slap her with, I don't know, the minimum thing. Like, I can understand that. And everyone's like, no, you can't be speeding around here. And they got all mad, and I'm pretty sure they gave her like the top one.
That sucks, man.
Top community service and like $500 or something
at least, crazy. Yeah, that's expensive. I have
especially
been lost
for teen court.
Yeah, I have been lost in speeding before, and it turned out probably as good as it could have turned out for the situation.
Yeah,
because I was doing like 60 in a 20. Because I did not know it was a 20.
That's a different level of speeding.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. We were coming out of Carlsbad Caverns, I think is what it's called, down in San Antonio, you know?
Yes.
Or it's like on the way to San Antonio, somewhere around there.
I thought Carlsbad was in New Mexico.
It's one of them caverns.
Because I've been there.
In South Texas.
You went to one of them holes in the ground. One of them
holes in the ground, the ones that are full of bats. And I was driving out of there, like a bat out of hell, if you will. And this... bat puns. This lady pulled me over, and immediately I just, like, busted into tears. I was like, I don't know where I am. I'm not from here. And Richard was with me, and we were, like, newly dating, because this was our 1-year anniversary vacation. We went down to San Antonio. And, so I'm, like, freaking out, and I'm like, I'm going to get such a big ticket because I'm doing, like, 300% of the speed limit, and I'm not going to be able to pay it. And this lady was like, you know what? Just leave this town and never come back.
Run away, Simba.
I got the get out of here treatment, so I'm not allowed back in those caverns anymore. Or the whole town.
Have you secretly gone back?
I have not. I want to, because it's been like 10 years. But
she's like, I've been waiting for your return, woman.
I'm just afraid that cop is going to be there. He's going to be like, I remember you.
I thought I told you to run away.
And never return.
And never. How come we're from Texas?
I know.
We don't talk that way. We're talking about a Texas town, and we immediately don the accent.
You just got to put it on.
I told you not to come around these parts.
These parts ain't big enough for the two of us.
I told you head out yonder.
Y'all gotta get.
I actually do say get a lot.
I do too.
Get!
Get!
Come on, get!
That's a good phrase.
Yeah, I love it.
It's very southern. What are we talking about today? This has been a meandering opener. It's been 30 minutes.
You were going to tell me a story, and then we were going to talk about
I was
our
gonna tell
lovely...
you,
Okay.
I was going to tell you about Google.
Okay, what'd Google do?
So there's this new thing, I don't know if it's new, but on Google, they have a little game where it gives you a thing, and then you have 20 seconds to draw that thing, like with your finger on your phone.
Okay.
And Google guesses the whole time what you're drawing. And I was like...
That is really weird.
It's weird, but it's cool because they're like
but
trying to
they
train...
showed you the thing.
No, so they just like give you a word. So,
okay.
For example, if they were to give you the word scorpion, which they did give me the word scorpion.
Okay.
I wanted to like see how you would draw a scorpion because I drew like a little J-shaped, bug thing. And it gave him 6 legs. You have 20 seconds to draw, by the way. And Google the entire time is guessing out loud. So it's like Pictionary. It's very stressful.
It's a jackal! Is it a jackal?
Yes.
It's a jackal! Is it a jackal? It's a jackal!
That's exactly how it felt. So I'm drawing this thing, and Google's like, it's a sock. It's a shrimp. Oh, I know. It's a lobster. Oh, I know.
Sock
it's
shrimp.
A roach. She just like keeps guessing,
God,
and I'm like,
I don't like this.
She's like guessing it wrong, and I'm like, I have an art degree. What does a scorpion look like?
You told me to draw this.
I'm trying to draw it. And then like I get to the end of it.
Oh man.
Google's like, I have no idea what you've drawn.
I love it.
It was so.
I was gonna say.
So demoralizing.
I really wanted to go. You can't draw. I don't know what this is.
It was humiliating. Google couldn't understand my scorpion drawing, but as it turns out, scorpions have pincers on the front. I forgot about that. I just drew a bug with 6 legs and then like a stinger tail.
Oh, alright, so I was about to say I would immediately go body, crab leg, or like crab pincer, and then like arc the tail, boom, done.
Yeah.
And see, I didn't even do legs. I probably should have done the legs.
Well, maybe you didn't even need to do legs. Maybe you just needed the pincers and the tail, but maybe she would have felt lobster. I don't know.
Maybe.
But this brings me to a lobster. When my niece was like 3 years old, she drew this picture of a lobster that is like better than any lobster I have ever drawn in my whole life. It is such a crazy thing to have. Like, I don't know, like I don't have or want children of my own, but my nieces and nephews, I love them so much. And whenever they draw something or like do something that's cool or write something, I just want to show the whole world. And so I had this picture of a 3-year-old's drawing of a lobster on my phone, and at this time I worked at an office, so I was like walking around, be like, look at this lobster. A 3-year-old drew this. Can you draw a lobster like this? And I just,
I mean, I guess I could if I tried.
It's such a weird sensation to have like such a pride in your heart for a human being that is not yours, and nobody else cares about this like, drawing of a lobster, but I look at it and I'm like, holy shit, she's gonna be a famous artist one day.
You should send me a picture of this lobster.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna see if I still have it. I'm sure my sister probably still has
it
somewhere, but it was a couple years ago at this point, so maybe not.
You know what? I can totally relate to that.
Yeah.
So my oldest niece, that's a dumb thing to really be proud of, but she became such a little me so quickly.
Is she really into horror movies?
No, she's really into the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, really?
Like, I was watching it, I was having fun with it, and she grew to love it so much. She went as Leonardo for Halloween one year.
That's awesome.
And she used to just say that she was strong. You strong like Raph? Nah. You strong like Mikey? Nah.
Nah.
You strong like Leo? Yeah. She loves Leonardo, which is a horrible choice, but it's okay. I still love her.
Which one's the turtle with the size?
Raphael.
He's my fave.
Nah. It's Mikey all day. The party boy. Love him.
Party boy.
But it was so unintentional, and she so grasped this thing that I loved, and I just love how much she loves this thing that I like, and we just love it together, and I'm like, man, you're cool.
That's good. It's so nice to have like a common interest with a niece or nephew because I don't know, I have a hard time relating to children. Like I don't know how to talk to them.
Yeah.
So I just like I want to spend time with them, but at the same time I'm like, how do I spend time with a toddler without boring them?
You ask them a question and they'll take it from there. You don't have to do anything for a kid. You just say, "Hey, what are you doing?" And it's like, "Oh man, I'm doing this because I thought about that, but then I lost a cup one time, and then sometimes I find diapers outside and I don't even know what I'm talking about. Hey, you want to do something else?" And you're like, "Okay."
Yeah, I've got one niece who's like super talkative and she could go on a tangent if I asked her a question, but one of them is just like extremely silent. And the thing is, like, she's so much like me, I feel. So maybe we could just like comfortably sit in silence together and that would be our bonding time.
See, I feel like that too. The last time I was hanging out with my brother and all them, so he has 2 girls and a boy.
Yeah.
And I have something interesting to tell you about the boy later.
Okay.
So the first one is the one that loves the Ninja Turtles and stuff. The second one is actually named after me.
Oh, cool.
She's named after my middle name.
I love her middle name. Is that her first name?
Yes.
That's awesome.
I was just watching her one time, the last time that we were hanging out, and I was just watching her. She wasn't really interacting with us. The room was doing its own thing, right? She was off sitting on her own, and she was just walking to go get a toy or something. And I was just watching her. But when she got up to go get the stuff, she didn't just walk over and get it and bring it back. She, like, became a monster and was, like, stomping through stuff and, like, making noises and doing all this stuff. And she grabs her stuff and made a whole story out of just going to grab a bag of markers.
That's fantastic.
And I was sitting there and I go, dude, I would have done that same thing. In fact, I have done this. I have done that so many times.
Yeah.
And it's just weird how simply your genetics somehow can affect another person. I'm not even part of that kid, really. You know?
I know. It's so weird.
That's my brother's kid. But so much of what they do is stuff that me and my brother just do.
Yeah, I find that
stuff
too.
That he doesn't do that I do.
It's
you
just,
know? It's weird.
It is weird. It's like things are inherited through your DNA somehow, but it could also be like a nurture thing too, because you know your parents raised you and your brother to be a certain way, so he's probably raising his kids to be similar to that certain way, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just something that is unconsciously passed on.
They're so crazy. Kids are weird, man.
Kids are so weird. My sister and I spend a lot of time together, and like I'll go over for dinner sometimes. And one time her oldest was like, "Why are you guys so nice to each other? Like, you're sisters, right?"
Whoa. I like where this kid's head's at. Okay.
And Lindsay was like, "Yeah, I mean, we're sisters. You'll probably be nice to your sister one day when you're older."
Yeah. I mean, we didn't used to be cool.
Yeah, there was a lot of, you know, hair pulling and slapping when we were younger, but
yeah,
it's just
I remember being absolutely tortured by my brother.
Yeah.
But
how much older is your brother than you?
He's 7 years older than me.
Yeah, my sister's 5 years older than me, so it's a pretty, like, decent gap.
But I can't imagine a person that I probably have more in common with than him.
I know. You just share, like, so much with a sibling. There's such a bond there, you know?
Like, you really do, and you don't even really know it. It just kind of comes up.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, really, man? Like, all right. Or just, you're going to do something and you find out, hey, I do or think that exact same way. We've never talked about that, but you just do.
Or like later in life you find out that you both went through the same thing at the same time in your life and neither one of you was aware of it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a weird intrinsic bond.
It's kind of like the twins that get born separated at birth.
Oh my god, I've been watching so many things.
Have no knowledge of that stuff.
Yeah.
But grew up to have the same job. They're the same type of people because it's just part of them.
Have you seen the movie 3 Identical Strangers?
I think I have heard of it, but no, I have not seen it.
It's a documentary about triplets that were separated at birth, and that's all I want to say about it because it's so insane. Okay. It is the craziest thing I've ever watched. I think you should go watch it.
Okay.
You'll like it. It's on Hulu or Netflix, one of the two.
One of the two.
One of the two. You've got it, I'm sure, somewhere.
So, speaking of, like, weird coincidences and stuff like that, I just was thinking about this and found it really, really interesting. So, I had found out it's just weird how things work out, you know? So, here we are doing this podcast, right?
Right.
You probably don't know, but my brother had his third kid, which was his son, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what his name is?
You told me his name, yeah.
His name is Morrow, and I find it so weird, or found it so weird, because he's named after a friend of my brother's.
Yeah.
And he was so much a part of my life. Like, he was my other brother.
Right.
And he had passed, and I was talking about it one day, and you knew him.
Yeah, I did. He was...
That blew my mind.
Yeah. He was one of my mom's best friend's son. So he was, around a whole lot when I was growing up too.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Isn't that just crazy?
Yeah, he's like the tertiary brother,
Yeah. But so that's my brother's third kid, and I didn't know if I'd ever told you that.
Yeah, that's so sweet. You told me when he was born that he named him after him. Sad.
Yeah, but it's just cool. Well, it's interesting how that works. How could that one person, seemingly have even tied us together somehow,
Yeah, he, connected us before we knew each other.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
World's a wild place, guys.
Wild, wild place.
But I just always thought that was really cool. And I can't wait to see, because he's still super, super young.
Yeah.
He's just now getting to where he can, pull himself up and walk and stuff.
Man, when kids start walking, it is the funniest thing. I try so hard not to laugh at children because I know it, hurts them developmentally. But, God. It's just...
Does it really?
I mean... I have to assume if somebody sees you trying to do something for the first time and you fall over and then they laugh at you real hard, it's probably gonna do
but
something.
They don't know. They don't know you're laughing at them.
They don't know. I have. Okay, so my oldest niece, she has been doing a lot of writing at school. Mm-hmm. Actually, both my nieces have been doing a lot of writing now. They're 5 and 3. No, shoot, they're 5 and 7. Gosh. Yeah, the oldest one is 7 now. Oh, she's so old. She's like a small human.
God.
Ugh. But anyway, they've been doing a lot of writing, and I love the way they write stuff, because the way kids write, they just sound it out, and then whatever sounds come out of their mouth, they write down the letters that correspond.
Yeah.
And it just makes the best words. I can't even... Okay, so my second oldest niece, she gave me a picture of sunflowers and bluebonnets. And she spelled bluebonnets BLUBONIS.
Bluebonnet. I love it.
Blowbonus.
Bluebonnet.
It just makes me so happy. And I crack up when I look at it. And I'm I promise I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because I am so happy that you're learning. And it is fantastic.
I have drawings from my oldest niece everywhere.
Yeah.
There's almost not a place that I can't go that I have one. There's some on my fridge. I have some in my closet. I have one in my nightstand. There's one in my car. Because that's where she gave me that one.
Yeah.
I'll keep it right here always. I'll just keep it right here. But I've got one everywhere. You should do this. I think this would be so cool for you. So, my brother got the 2 girls these little, they're little, kid tablet things, right?
Uh-huh. Like a little iPad or something?
Kind of.
But for babies?
Yeah. And there's an app on it that I cannot remember. But so you get this app, and it lets them text you through that app.
What?
Or they can draw you pictures and send them to you.
Oh my God.
Or they can take pictures, but they're not the best quality.
Yeah.
So it's called Kitty Connect.
Kitty Connect. I'm gonna have to get that for my nieces.
I will send you what it looks like and all that stuff, but I get text messages from both of them, or just weird drawings, or pictures of a really mean face or something. And so the oldest one, she's so part of this family. She texts me insults. she'll write to me and just go, "Hey, how's your day, weird fish face butt?"
That's fabulous.
And it's like, wow.
Dang.
Not much. Toe jam hair? I don't know.
Toe jam hair. I love it.
And just we text back to each other these insults, and she's really not old enough in my mind to be that, like, witty, I guess.
Yeah.
But she burns me all the time. It's so good.
Getting burned by children. Nothing better.
I love it. So I'll send you the stuff on that because it's really cool.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time. I really hope that one of my nieces gets, like, into drawing, because the second one is starting. She's the one that drew the lobster, and I'm like, you have to go to art school so I can be, like, your art mentor. Please.
Let me live through you.
Please. I think she would be such a great, like, designer, and she's always putting on, like, crazy clothes and shit. She's like a little fashionista. Gosh, yeah. I love my nieflings.
I'm really excited by kids.
I know.
You just don't know what on earth they'll be.
They're just full of potential.
What are you gonna be?
What are you gonna be? What are you gonna do? Like, what are you? You crazy bundle of human. Kids are fascinating. I don't want them, but I love to have them in my life.
Like, I want to watch that kid become something.
Yeah.
I don't want to make a kid something.
I want to encourage that child from afar.
I'll give you the occasional go get 'em. Yeah, that's it.
Nice pat on the back, some encouraging words. I'll text you insults on this
and
kid
you
app.
Figure it out. Find that picture for me because I'd like to see it.
Yeah, if I find it, I will absolutely send it over.
Okay. I guess we've hit our limit for the day.
I believe so.
Had quite an eventful episode. Lots been going on. Good listener letters.
Yes,
Kids
please
are
send
crazy.
more. I'm so excited about these listener mails.
Send us your favorite thing that your niece or nephew does that you maybe just can't believe that's related to me.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Send us their drawings, their writings. Send us everything.
Oh, please send us drawings. I love kids' drawings. They're so crazy sometimes. Like, you never know what they're gonna make. It's so wild. So, everybody, visit us on social media. You can find us at YMBToAP on Twitter and Instagram. They've been bumping lately since we got started. You can also email us, as our two very lovely listeners did, at YMBToAP@gmail.com. And our podcast is hosted on Libsyn. The website is YMBToAP.libsyn.com. Please tell your friends about us. Now, I have noticed it's hard to search for us.
Oh, is it?
I haven't found us through searching, but if you use your app, you can usually type in an RSS feed. That's where you guys would put in the YMBToAP.libsyn.com.
Okay, maybe we can put out some links to that on our social media.
We'll put what to type in the show notes just in case you guys want to copy paste. Super easy.
Perfect. All right, our theme song is The Green Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraj. Please check them out on YouTube. I love everything that person has done. As always, thanks for listening, and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. What the heck is that kid going to draw next?
What are you creating?
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
Cowabunga!
Scared my cat. I'm sorry, baby.